All right, everybody, what is up? We are live. We will reset the scoreboard. Monday Night Football is just started. We have 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Game is just underway here today. Did not realize I was this late. The game I thought was starting at 6:20 my time. Instead, it must have started at I don't know, 6:10 or something. Reset everything down to 0. There we go. My numbers are already all folded up weird. That's a real fat bummer. Real bummer. We are live. We're going to be watching the 49ers and Panthers tonight, and we're going to be doing the play-by-play. So don't you worry one bit. I'm going to be giving you guys the play-by-play here. 2nd and 10 for the 49ers, and Brock Purdy, who is back playing with them. It's going to be kind of nice tonight, not having to worry about the Arizona Cardinals, blowing another loss. It's going to be kind of nice tonight, not watching the Arizona Cardinals, Panthers, and it's going to be really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this game with you. Let me just make sure everything's running okay. I might just pull it up on my phone if we have internet difficulties on the stream. These dang numbers got folded all weird. 3rd and 3, and Christian McCaffrey with 10 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first is going to get the first down for a 1st and 10. The 49ers driving down the field on the Panthers defense right now. There we go. Trying to get a few things situated on this table right now. Panthers with their cool black helmets again tonight. Looking really sick. Really sick for sure. Purdy's going to drop back to throw. He's going to throw this ball up in the air. It's going to be caught by the tight end. I don't think that's Kittle, though. Yes, it is somebody else. It is not Kittle who caught that football. Let's see here. Oh, crap. I'm competing with Tom Grossi. I have no chance tonight. Just joking, guys. We are started here, though. 2nd and 7 for the 49ers with 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. We just started our stream, 2 minutes and 50 seconds ago. We were like 4 minutes late into this game. I thought for sure that we were on time, as it's going to get tossed to McCaffrey. He's going to get a first down, about 8 yards. But it'll be nice having no rooting interest in this game, just to get to watch a good game between two teams that are playing well this season and not have to worry about getting my heart broken at the end of it yet again. But hey, it is what it is. This is life being a Cardinals fan. We did just hit 200 subs today. So that is super awesome. Really thankful for everybody who is subscribing and watching my videos. So I really appreciate that. It is 1st and 10 for the 49ers. They are moving the ball downfield. They're already in field goal range at the 24-yard line. Brock Purdy is going to pass a screen over to McCaffrey, who's going to get about 8 yards on this play. Nice job there, just matriculating this ball downfield. I'm watching the Manning cast because I would much rather watch the Manning cast than, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. The Mannings are much more likable, and it feels like you're just watching the game with them. 2nd and 2 for the 49ers, 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. One of these days, I promise you, I'm going to start the game at the correct time. I'm going to start the stream at the correct time. If you're watching this as a handoff's going to go to Robinson, he's going to fight for a first down. Going to get down to the 13-yard line. 3-yard gain for him. Another first down for the 49ers, and the Panthers defense has no answers at the moment. One of these days, I'm going to start a stream when the game actually starts. Yesterday for the Cardinals game, I was also a few minutes late. I thought for sure I was on time today, though, but I guess the game started at 6 Mountain Time, 7 Central. Not sure. 7 minutes left in the first quarter, though. See what the 49ers are going to run here on 1st and 10 from basically their own 12-yard line. Purdy's going to hand this off to McCaffrey, who is going to have nothing at all. No answer for the Panthers on that play. He tried to cut to the right to try to find some room and was not going to get anything. Breaks two tacklers for a touchdown. Your connection's unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Let's make sure that our connection stays strong today. We might have to just charge our phone for a hot minute so that we can switch to that when we need to watch this on the phone. Because when I'm on the Wi Fi on the TV and the laptop, as Jawan Jennings has that touchdown for the 49ers, um, 15 play, 72-yard drive for the 49ers, really cool. Yeah, yeah, I got the Wi Fi running with the live stream and the TV. Sometimes it gets a little bit tough for the Wi Fi to handle. Yeah. All right. See if we got this fixed. We are on commercial break. My connection, when I try to watch with on the TV, the wireless TV, I also have it on the live stream here in this room in this house. It's far away from the router, and it sometimes really f's up the stream for a hot second. So I just want to make sure we have good connection for the rest of the stream, and it looks like we have good connection now. So that is good news. We're gonna just watch the game on a different device as long as we can, and we are going to keep it going. But right now, we're on commercial break. No big deal. Thank you guys for tuning in. You're not missing anything, and we're very happy to have you here tonight. So, we got up to 38 people in our last stream yesterday with the Cardinals, who lost in overtime to the Jaguars. We're not worried about watching the Cardinals lose tonight. We're actually pretty happy because we don't have to deal with that tonight. We get to watch the 49ers and Panthers duke it out in what will hopefully be a pretty good game. Right now, we have our scoreboard 49ers 7-0 lead. We got a commercial break, and I'm just going to adjust my TV, my little makeshift TV here. And I'm watching the Manning cast, just chilling with Peyton and Eli. And you guys can chill with me while I do the play by play. Got a Baja Blast. It's a really good night. Let's see. We're going to do make a little poll here. Sweet. We got a poll up for everybody watching the stream as they come in throughout the whole game. And now we're going to add a little comment. All right, we're back from commercial break, and we had a weird play happen just then. There we go. We pinned the message, and we got the poll. Two things up right now. That's perfection. Love it. Yeah, one of you thinking that the Panthers are going to win. Hey, that'd be pretty cool. I'd honestly rather the Panthers win. Those pesky 49ers in my division just can't ever seem to stop winning, even though they have the same amount of injuries as the Cardinals. They still end up winning somehow. Was that intercepted? It was. Okay, first play of the drive for the 49ers. Well, we were in our own world over here, got intercepted by the Panthers. And now the Panthers have incredible field position after that Brock Purdy turnover. They have the ball at the 16-yard line already. And Bryce Young's going to roll out to his right. Looks like he's going to run this. Going to get about 4 yards. I love these Panthers helmets, though. I didn't realize they were rolling with these every single game this year. I thought it was more of like an alternate uniform kind of thing, but they've been doing it every game. The black with a little bit of a blue outline for the Panther instead of the silver helmets. I mean, the silver ones kind of look nice too, but these black ones are pretty clean. It's always good to have a uniform change on a year that you actually decide to be good out of nowhere. And the Panthers have finally, gotten a little bit better this year because now you look good and you're winning. Handoff to, don't know if that was Dowdle, 3 or 4 yards on the carry. It's going to be third and short. Let's see what Steve the 8 Ball thinks about tonight's game. Steve, are the 49ers going to win tonight? Reply hazy. All right, let me ask about the Panthers then. Are the Panthers going to win tonight, Steve? Signs point to yes. All right, Steve thinks it's a 49ers kind of night. But let's go. Panthers are the underdog here tonight, even though they've both had pretty similar records this year. Bryce Young's going to run this ball. He's going to get all the way down to the 1, and that's a first down. Looks like they marked him at the 2, actually. Mustafa with the tackle. And I ain't talking Lion King. First and goal for the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young under center. Looks like they're going with the big man, multiple tight end formation to try to push this ball in. Fake handoff, looking to roll out to pass. And Bryce Young just threw an interception right back to the 49ers. You cannot do that. And it looks like Jerry Rice just got on the perfect prediction panel for the Manning cast. Man, oh man. Bryce Young just at the 2-yard line. You cannot make that mistake. That was a horrible mistake. I need to put in my vote for the 49ers here. I'm putting my vote in for the 49ers, even though I clearly can't do it. Well, we're going to go to commercial break after that turnover, but I think the 49ers are going to have the ball at the 20 after. I think that a touchback means the 20. When it's a kickoff, it means the 35. I don't know. We'll find out. It's so confusing this year. It's been changed completely. We'll find out what exactly it means. Got a Call of Duty commercial here. Do not want to play that game. Yeah, I don't want to play a rushed Black Ops 7 game. Not that. My Cardinals fans during the Jaguars game video is up now. For anybody who's watching this after who wants to watch or is watching it live and wants to watch it, it has 40 something views already, I think. No, it does not have 40 views. I have 40 views in the last hour on my channel, but it has about 3 or so views so far. But it never does well at the very beginning. It will take a hot minute before it starts getting more views. But yeah, go check that video out. I just made it. It's 4 minutes long. Part of my funny little series of Cardinals fans during each game of the season. Thanksgiving games: Packers, Lions, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Ravens. That last game seems like, we know you're probably eating your Thanksgiving meal during this. Horrible interception by Bryce Young, though. You can't do that. You just can't have that. I mean, that play is kind of hard. It's one of those plays like in Madden, you only have a tight end and one receiver going over the top. It's kind of impossible to complete that pass. Like the defense, there's so many of them that just need to cover the 2 guys. I really don't know how that play had a chance to ever be successful. That's one where Bryce has to just throw it out of the back of the end zone. If they run that ball, they have a lot more success. I think Bryce could have even probably run it himself on that play. But alas, here we are, 7-0 still. 49ers have a lead. Does my scoreboard look okay? Welcome to everybody in here. We have our free stream of the play-by-play of the 49ers and Panthers tonight, as Purdy is going to throw this ball out to McCaffrey, who's going to break a tackle, get a first down, out to the 33-yard line. First and 10 for the 49ers. They are moving the ball a little by little once again. 7-0 lead for them. These dang Panthers can't get the job done. I thought for sure they were going to tie it just a second ago. The Panthers are blue, 49ers are orange. And this is the hangout for Monday Night Football here tonight. Grab a Baja Blast like I have and come watch the game. Brock Purdy changing the play, making McCaffrey go behind him. And it's the end of the first quarter, so wasn't able to get the snap off. Couldn't quite figure out what he wanted to do with the play. Might as well just save it for the second quarter. So Jawan Jennings, the only guy with a touchdown so far in this game. The 49ers are one of those teams that they have so many different receivers, you never know how many of them are going to do well in any given game. Like one game it might be Pearsall, one game it might be Jennings. You never know. Right now, our poll, we have 2 votes, both for the Panthers to win this game. That's surprising. You guys are bold considering they're losing right now. And Bryce Young just threw that really nasty interception in the end zone. But hey, props to you guys. I'll give you props for it. We're on commercial break, so you're missing nothing. My Cardinals fans during the Jaguars game video is just now live. So if you guys want to go check that video out real quick, be sure you hop back in the live and hang out with me for the rest of the game while we're doing that. Or for halftime or however long you want to. It's totally free. And it's a brand new channel. We just hit 200 subscribers. So big thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed and are liking the videos I make. Looks like this commercial, since I'm on the ESPN app right now, it shows how long it's going to go. So we got about another minute 20 seconds on these ads, and then they're going to go back to the game. Let's see. Can you hear that? I sure hope so. Let's put our goal for likes in this game. Let's do our goal at 5 likes. Let's be really small because this isn't even a Cardinals game. I usually get a lot more viewers on my Cardinals games. But let's just say 5 likes for today's stream. Totally free. No biggie. I put no ads in my streams so that you guys can just hang out with me. 5 likes is the goal. And also, it's really hard to find a streamer who streams sports game play-by-plays who's not just constantly begging for money, begging for, like, please donate me money. Like, you're not going to get that here. Just come hang out with me. 5 likes is a goal for the stream. I don't put ads in my stream, so you can just hang out. Like watching the game with some bros. All right, looks like we're about to come back from commercial break. I'm watching the Manning cast, so they're showing right now Eli Manning and Jerry Rice filming an episode of Eli's Places. One of them was on a horse, as the pass is going to be completed to Kittle here for 11 yards and a first down to start the second quarter. Man, those 49ers just have such simple, quick play calls. They do an offense the way that you want to have an offense. Quick completions, really good running back, really hard to stop. You don't know what's coming. Brock Purdy also has the ability to run from time to time. They're just a really hard team to defend. I think if I had a bet on the game tonight, on who's going to win the game, just so you guys know, it's the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to win. Just like given the history, I think they have a better chance of winning. Pass going to be completed to number 3. Who's number 3? Is that Kendrick Bourne? They have so many receivers. That's like a 3-yard, 4-yard gain on first down. It's going to be second down for the 49ers. They're showing Jerry Rice with a horse's ass. That's a unique picture right there. Kyle Shanahan is such a good coach, just like his father Mike was for the Broncos. 2nd and 7, handoff to McCaffrey. He's going to get about 3 or 4 yards on this one as well. And this is what they're doing. They're averaging about 3 or 4 yards a carry. get the first down, keep moving the ball downfield. It also means that you have incredibly long possessions. So your possessions take up chunks of quarter, like so much of the quarter. You control the game, you make sure the other team hardly has any time on the field. And that is a really big deal, especially when you're playing a team like the Panthers, who is not used to winning, especially with a lot of these young guys. They have no idea what it's like to win in the NFL. They've won 6 games this year, but the 49ers are a much more seasoned and more veteran team who they're just playing smarter at the moment to start this game. McCaffrey on 3rd and 2 is going to get tripped up, only going to get a yard here. We're going to have a 4th down around midfield. I bet you they go for this. I would guess they're going to go for this one, but we shall see. Yesterday, my voice was completely gone after the Cardinals game. I talked for 3.5 straight hours. I don't know how those guys in the booth actually do that without, losing their voice all the time, being like, 4th down and 7, 49ers. Because that's how my voice felt after doing that yesterday. All right, they're going for it. 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he easily got it. Looks like he got about 3 yards. You don't see that very often. Guys in the middle on the defense got absolutely blasted on that play. I don't know how you do not. I don't know how you allow a first down. Brock Purdy's so tiny. I guess he just squeezed through there because they didn't know where he was. He was too small. Yep. I mean, I don't know how we got 3 yards on that, but that's a first down for the 49ers, and they are moving the ball even further down the field as they get into field goal range. They're at the 45 of the Panthers right now. Hand off to McCaffrey again, going to get about, again, 4 yards. I think they're averaging, if we look at the halftime stats at the end of the second quarter, we're probably going to take a look and see that the 49ers, they're probably going to have about 4 yards per carry. Second and 7 for the 49ers. This guy over here is eating popcorn. Purdy takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to avoid a sack. He's going to avoid another one. He's going to run upfield, and he's going to get 10 yards and a first down. He is a very quick little guy. I wonder what his height is. Let's see what his height is, because Kyler Murray is a 5'10 quarterback. He looks like he's no bigger than 5'10, but he's much more effective to me than Kyler Murray is. Oh, he's 6'2". He looks so small. How is he 6'2"? Kyler Murray's 4 inches shorter. What's Kyler Murray's height? Kyler Murray height. Snap to Brock Purdy. He is going to look to throw, finally find somebody open, and Jennings is going to get nailed on that play. Pretty hard hit. About 3 yards on the play. Kyler Murray height is 5'11". They're probably pumping that one up too. That's probably only 5'10". I'm 5'11". So I don't think Kyler Murray is that tall. I think he's probably 5'10", which means that Brock Purdy's 4 inches taller than him, and he looks really small out there compared to the other guys. So just imagine, like, Kyler Murray is one of the smallest quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, I think, is also 5'10", though. 2nd and 6 for the 49ers. They're now at about the 30-yard line. Just past it, actually, and it's going to be a fake handoff to McCaffrey, and that ball's batted down. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Good pass deflection by Brown. I believe that, my bet on this play is that they're not going to get the first down, and even though they've been getting a lot of first downs, and I think they're going to kick a field goal. Let's see if I'm right here. Let's see. Looks like we had a timeout of some sort. I mean, this is taking forever for this 3rd and 6 play. Okay. That's enough spam for me in the chat. I think that's enough chat for me. All the updates for my channel right now are in the comments. We're still at 3rd and 6. They're showing Ricky Pearsall, who was shot in the chest tragically last year, ended up being okay, and played somehow more games last season than he's played this season with his, I think, hamstring injury that he's been dealing with, which is crazy stuff, crazy work. Really, really did not help my fantasy team out this year. Pearsall in motion. Snap to Purdy. Looking to throw. 5 receivers deep, and Purdy's going to throw this one into the end zone. Another interception thrown by a quarterback in this game. Intercepted. That's the second one of the game, I think, Purdy has thrown. And these guys are literally trading blows. Purdy threw an interception, followed by Bryce Young throwing an interception, and then Purdy throws another interception. We've had 3 straight drives, 3 straight interceptions in this game. That is crazy, guys. That is crazy. What a good catch, though. Trying to throw to Pearsall, that ball was just nowhere close to getting caught by Pearsall, who was behind the defender. Definitely underthrown. That's one you've got to hit into the back of the end zone, give your receiver a shot, and do not give the defender one chance. We are on commercial for 2 minutes now. 2 minutes, we will be on commercial break, and then we will be coming back in this game. But while we're here, we can still talk about this game because there are no commercials here. So let's go ahead and take a look. We still have just the 3 votes in the poll. 2 wins for the Panthers, 1 win for the 49ers in the poll. Man, we're having a turnover frenzy in this game right now. Interception, interception, interception is how the last 3 drives have gone. Let's take a look here at the stats currently in the game while we were on commercial break. Bryce Young, oh gosh. If that is correct, that is a horrible stat line for Bryce Young. I almost am sad to say it. He's 1 for 2 in the game for 3 yards. 3. That's right. That's the amount of interceptions we have in this game. 3 yards and an interception. 1 for 2 for 3 yards and an interception for Bryce Young. Brock Purdy is 10 of 14 for 60 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Not pretty either, but the completion percentage and the touchdown make him look a lot better right now than Bryce Young in this game. Rushing, Christian McCaffrey has 10 carries for 41 yards. Bryce Young is the leading rusher on the opposite side with only 12 yards on 2 carries. And Rico Dowdle has the lone reception for 3 yards for the Panthers, where Christian McCaffrey, the 2 running backs, leading receiving for both of their teams, and McCaffrey has 21 yards receiving for the 49ers. Right now, the total yardage game is completely in favor of the 49ers, who have 124 yards and to 32 on the Panthers. Passing yards, 3 for the Panthers, 60 for the 49ers. Rushing yards, 29 for the Panthers, 64 for the 49ers. Yards per play, 4.4, just like I was guessing was going to happen for the Niners, and 4.6 for the Panthers, but they've only had a few plays. That doesn't really mean anything to me for those Panthers. We are back from commercial break, though, and having a turnover fest here in Santa Clara. Have there been any fumbles? That's my question. Looks like maybe we had a punt. Let's just take a look here. Extra point, 1 extra point, no punts. Bryce Young has an INT. Purdy has 2 INTs. See, the 49ers are moving the ball way downfield, but then they just throw an interception. And that's not going to help you do anything. I do that all the time on the Heisman difficulty of college football 25. I'll drive all the way down the field, and then I get to the end zone, and I throw an interception. And then sometimes if you're having a bad day playing the game, you drive all the way down the field a bunch and throw a bunch of interceptions. Bryce Young and the Panthers have been bailed out by their defense back-to-back drives. So now let's see what they can do on this drive. It's going to be 2nd and 4. That handoff is going to go for only 1 yard. So now it's going to be 3rd and 3. Now Luke Combs is on the Manning cast, and they're showing him. Apparently he's a Panthers fan. Good for him. They're doing well this year. The Panthers do have pretty cool colors, though. Black looks good with blue pretty much any day, and that light blue color is really nice. I'm a sucker for a good color scheme. I'm really into black and red, so it's good the Cardinals have black and red even though they suck right now. Come on, Cardinals. Bryce Young looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to. Oh, Teteroa McMillan had the first down and he dropped it. Literally hit him on the hands and he just dropped that ball. Man, McMillan, how you do that? How do you do that in that scenario? This team, this is why I think the 49ers are going to win, man. These Panthers are too young, making too many mistakes. Peyton Manning's pissed. Peyton Manning looks beside himself right now. Man. All right, the punt for the Panthers is about to happen. Kick is in the air, just gets it off. This ball's going to land at the 25, and it's going to get a good Panthers roll all the way to the 17-yard line. All right, we're headed to commercial break, probably for 2 minutes. I'm going to go make sure that my wife can get in. I'll be right back in 10 seconds. Nope. All right. Oh, we have 5 votes now. Awesome. My wife just got home right as I opened the door for her, so that was amazing timing. We now have 3 votes for the 49ers to win and 2 votes for the Panthers to win. Heck yeah, thanks for voting on that. We were in commercial for what looks like 1 more minute. Good thing I have a drink because my voice is already gone again. I need to do some lozenges or something, or some hot honey tea. I need to do those things that the Anchorman does before he goes into the movie. He's like, "I now brown cow. I now brown cow." Or not. Or not. Tardive what? Tardive dyskinesia? I thought they said something else. I'm not going to say it on the stream, but I thought they said something else. They need to change that name. Tardive dyskinesia. I actually think I know what that is. Because I went to PTA school to become someone who works in physical therapy. I might know what that is. Tardive dyskinesia. Kinesia is movement, and dys means that it's not going well. So, tardive dyskinesia means that they're probably not able to move their limbs as correctly as other people do. All right, we're back in this game finally. 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Brock Purdy under center. Toss over to McCaffrey. He's going to get hit and he's going to fumble this football. And it's an immediate turnover for the Panthers. The Panthers had to have gotten that. The 49ers fell on that. Are you serious? McCaffrey fumbled the ball like 14 yards forward. And then it looked like 2 or 3 Panthers were going to fall on it. And somehow on this green planet, 3 Panthers didn't fall on the football, but the 1 49er did. So it ends up being basically a 13-yard gain for the Niners. That is weird. That was a weird play. Panthers have got to capitalize on that. I mean, the defense has gotten 2 turnovers already in this game, and their offense has thanked them by getting 0 points off of those. McCaffrey with the handoff on 1st and 10. About 2 yards on the carry. McCaffrey touches the ball like 40 times a game. This guy is a beast. He's crazy. I don't know how he's not hurt all the time. This guy is a machine. Second and 8, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. We've only been streaming for 43 minutes, but we have only 6.5 minutes left in this second quarter. This game is flying by. The Niners are a slow, methodical offense. A lot of running plays, a lot of completions. They take slow time. Another interception by Brock freaking Purdy. You cannot make this game up right now. This is insane. That is the third interception thrown by Brock Purdy in this game. Put Mac Jones in. Mac Jones, I think it's your time to go into this game. Kyle Shanahan does not look happy on the sidelines. That's all I'm going to say right now. That guy's the number 8 on the Carolina Panthers saw that the whole way. He was running the whole play right over to where Purdy's eyes were. Kittle's trying to cheer up his quarterback. That is ugly, ugly stuff. Man, oh man. Brock Purdy having a rough day. Dude, it is a rough game. 4 interceptions thrown by these QBs already. All right, first play is going to go for 10 yards for the Panthers. That might be a first down. They might mark it short. We'll see where they spot it, but let's find out here. Let's see what happens. That's just too easy. He did not see him. He was trying to throw to Pearsall. Pearsall been targeted a few times, but with a quarterback throwing this poorly to him, he has no chance. I don't know if it's because he's not zipping the ball in fast enough, but I'm not sure what's happening to him at the moment. Purdy is usually way better than this. Bryce Young's going to hand this off to Dowdle on 1st and 10. They did give him a first down. And Dowdle's going to get like 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 2 now. 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. They're going to spot this ball, and the time's going to keep ticking. There we go. The game clock stopped for some reason there. And now it's going to keep moving. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. This game, as I was saying before that play, has been flying by. We've only been streaming for 46 minutes. This game's flying by. Bryce Young is going to be, they're in I formation again. Bryce Young's going to hand this probably off. I don't want them to roll out and do any more of those passes because those did not look good. It is going to be a handoff, and Dowdle's going to get the first down. I think they should just keep running it. I don't think the Niners are able to stop it as well right now as the passing game, and Bryce Young has shown he's not really playing that well so far in the passing game, so let's just settle him down. Let's run the ball a little bit. That is a first down for the Panthers, though. It's going to be 1st and goal for them from the 9 or the 8. Let's see where they spot this football. It's the 10. Well, fine, refs. Whatever you say. Bryce Young's going to take the snap. Dowdle's in motion. He's rolling out to his right once again. He's going to try to run, and he's going to gain 0 yards and run out of bounds. He didn't throw an interception. I guess that's a positive at least that we can take from that play. They're showing Rico Dowdle highlights from high school, and he's just one of those guys who was just outrunning everybody, and nobody was going to tackle him. Every time he touched the football, he's just going to score a touchdown, basically. All right, now we're in the shotgun. Quick screen pass out to the side. Caught by number 18. That's going to be a 6-yard gain out to the 4-yard line. Who's number 18? Is it Coker? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. All right, 3rd and goal. This is a big play here. 2 running backs next to Bryce Young right now on either side of him. There's 3 minutes just about left in the half. The Panthers trying to tie this game. Snap. It's going to be a screen pass out to, the running back. He's going to get nailed for a 4-yard loss. They're going to go back to the 9-yard line. That was a bad play, bad decision. I think that Bryce Young's playing scared right now. He's just seeing all the interceptions being thrown tonight. He did not want to throw another interception in the end zone. So instead of looking into the end zone to throw, he just immediately threw to the side again. And unfortunately, the Panthers blow another opportunity their defense has given them for a touchdown. And after the three interceptions that they have gotten, the three turnovers they've gotten, the Panthers only have 3 points to speak of for that. That is not okay. And that kick is good. We are going to update this now. 1, 2, and 3. Panthers are on the board finally. So they finally are on the board. Bryce Young's now 5 of 7 for 22 yards and an interception. Pretty remarkable quarterback stats. We are watching a game that would make JJ McCarthy fans proud everywhere. Because it is ugly in here. We are on commercial for 2 minutes once again. How is everyone's day going right now? Let me know in the comments how your day is going. If you're having a good one, bad one, in the middle one. Trying to take a look at my views on this video here. I do not need you to pop up right now, Google. Do not need it. One minute left on the commercial break. What a wild game we've been watching here today. Just a turnover frenzy. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, and there's turnovers being handed left and right to everybody. And it's not Apple turnovers either, just straight up turnovers. All right, looks like we're almost back. Almost to halftime, too. All right, this kick return now is going to go all the way out to the 47. Great return for the 49ers. This is going to put them in good position to get at least a field goal before the half is over. Really good kick return. All right, 1st and 10. Brock Purdy going to try not to throw a fourth interception here. Let's see what happens. See if they can not throw another turnover. This passes a screen over to Pearsall, who's going to get -1 yard on the play. This is pretty identical to his performance last game as well, where he had 1 catch for no yards. Here tonight, Pearsall has 1 catch for 6 yards. Now he has 2 catches for 5 yards. There's another commercial break for some reason. Must be an injury on the field. Oh, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning commercial break. How long is the 2-minute warning commercial break? Let's take a look. It's going to be 2 straight minutes again. A lot of commercials here. So in the commercial break, I need to have like a game or something I play. Something that we play. Commercial break right now if you're watching, or if you're watching after the live is over. We are on commercial break, so just skip ahead a little bit. You're not missing anything right now. No big deal. Got 1 minute left in the commercial break, roughly, it looks like. Then we have the last 2 minutes of the first half. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for tuning into my brand new sports channel. Happy to have you here. As we watch the game together, it is currently 7-3 49ers. Second and 10 for the Niners at the 46-yard line. All right, this is the last commercial, and then we're headed back into the game. It gives me a nice, fun little timer so I can see when the commercial breaks are over, and they're going to be over right now. Right now. Perfect. We are back. I was very close. The timer was actually off that one time. I was finally like, hey, I got it right, and the timer was off. Okay, about to run the first play back from commercial. After the 2 minute warning, we have second and 10 for the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy's going to take the snap. He's looking to throw this football downfield, and he's going to complete one finally for a big gain, 21 yards to George Kittle. Big catch for the tight end. And that's about a 30-yard gain right there. Oh, 30-yard gain right there. Yes, it is. Great pass by George. Great pass by George Kittle. That's what I just said. Great pass by Brock Purdy, and that time he did not throw an interception, so 49ers fans will be happy to hear that. Minute 20 left on the clock. They are moving slow still, but the snap is off. Purdy going to throw again. This one over the head of George Kittle. He had Pearsall wide open on the underside of the screen, though, on the left side of the field, streaking straight down into the end zone. Would have been a touchdown. But he did not see him, I guess. Did not want to throw to that guy. Pearsall was open on that play. Let's take a look and see if they can get, I think they're going to get at least 3. We're going to have to update our scoreboard after Pinheiro gets 3 points. Minute 16 left in the quarter. Second and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Catch by Kittle. Actually, he dropped it. That would have been for no gain anyway. Going to be 3rd and 10. If they can't get it done here, the Panthers are going to get another try. Third and 10 for the Niners. Waiting for the snap at the moment. 4, 3, 2, snap. He got the snap off. He's going to throw this ball, and that is, ooh, that was almost a 4th interception by Brock Purdy. That was a rough throw. Oh my goodness. That was a bad throw by Brock Purdy. You can tell Jennings is a little bit frustrated on that one, but Pinheiro is going to come out here on 4th and 10, going to try to kick this field goal. Should be a reasonable distance for him. This is a 47-yarder. The kick is up, and it's going to be good. All right, the scoreboard is changing. 49ers have a 10-3 lead now with exactly 1 minute left on the clock. We're going to have one more commercial break, it looks like, because the Panthers are going to get the ball back. So we're on commercial break. Thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in, I love your faces, even though I can't see them. We've had 140 people come hang out for a hot minute with us while we've been in this hot ass stream. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We are on commercial break. This live stream's completely free. Literally, no one's gonna ask you for money. Just hanging out watching the game. We're not gonna ask you for money. Not gonna ask you for anything other than to hit the like button on the stream because it is completely and totally free to do so. All right, the kickoff is going to happen about 1 minute from now. A lot of these timestamps are for those of you who are watching after the live is over, so that you know what is happening in the game. Almost back from break. Looks like it says 15 seconds on the timer I have. Then we will get back to it. This game has been a little bit slow. Neither offense can really figure out what they're doing, but we're going to go through all that in the halftime show that we will make shortly after halftime starts. We will make a little halftime show where we will go through all the stats. They're currently showing the Panthers fan who has a YouTube channel. One day I want to be featured on the Manning Cast as a fun Cardinals fan on the Cardinals YouTube side of things, because there's not many people doing the Cardinals. But I'm going to go through all the stats at halftime, how this game's going. That dude's singing. I haven't seen this YouTuber yet. He's singing for the Panthers, making songs. That's awesome. All right, well, the timer is adjusted in the game clock. The Manning Cast is too busy watching this song right now. But 5 seconds just ticked off the game clock. I'm not sure where that came from, if the refs wanted to adjust it or not, but we are at 55 seconds. 1st and 10. That must have been the kickoff. We must not have seen it. Bryce Young is going to see if he can go out there. He points to the sky. Let's see if it'll help him do better on this drive. Because right now he's thrown for essentially like 22 yards in the whole game. My guy, let's do it. He's going to throw the football. He's going to complete it for about 5 or 6 yards, probably 5. Not sure who made the grab. We will find out here just in a second. We might need to watch something that's not the Manning Cast in the second half, so I know who the receivers are, because they'll actually announce it on the regular ESPN stream. Bryce Young going to snap the ball. He's all alone back there. He's going to throw deep, and that ball's going to hit the dirt right in front of the intended receiver, which was Leggett this time, it looks like. We got the numbers right here, so we know who the people are. Jimmy Horn is the leading receiver with 1 catch for 11 yards. That is just so sad. 22 yards passing for Bryce Young. Young gonna throw to nobody on 3rd and 4. Nobody was there. Nobody was ever going to be there. And this is an incredibly rough start for Bryce Young right now. Take a look at his stats. He's 6 of 10 for 28 yards. Rico Dowdle has 14 yards on the ground. Tedero McMillan has 1 catch for 6 yards. He's on my fantasy team doing nothing. That is sad. Bryce Young really off to a bad start. And it's not like the 49ers defense is doing anything insane at the moment. It's just the Panthers offense not really contributing at all on the field. There is a flag on the field, though. Is that on the Niners? Bryce Young's running over to the ref. He wants an explanation for what's going on right now. He's waiting like a patient kid with his hand up in school for the two teachers to finish their argument, and now he's going to try to talk to the ref. I do like this Panthers coach. This Panthers coach has been very good this season so far. 4th and 14. That flag must have been on the Panthers because they are now going to punt a little bit further back than they were going to the last time. Jansen ready for the long snap, and the punt is up. That ball is fair caught at the 35. There's only 17 seconds left in the half, though. I'm not sure what the 49ers can get done with that, but we'll find out here in a second. For the love of everything, let's not have another commercial break, though. This minute and a half has taken pretty much as long as the rest of the first half took, because it's been about 20 minutes, I'd say. We've been going for an hour and 5 minutes here, and the game's been going for about an hour and 15 from the looks of it. Bryce Young's going to throw out to Kittle on this play. He's going to get about 10 yards, but he fell inbounds. So they're going to burn a timeout. They're going to try their best to get into field goal range on this next play because you only have one more play before you're going to have to kick a field goal. And now Peyton Manning is rubbing it into Luke Combs, who's a Panthers fan, how they absolutely smacked the Panthers in the Super Bowl that year. And Luke Combs is all sad, telling him, sad Panthers fan, hey, I feel that. Cardinals don't have a Super Bowl either. Brock Purdy, let's see if they can complete this. This is 2nd and 1. They have 9 seconds. They added a second to the clock. That's a big deal when you're trying to get a rushed field goal late in the game, late in the half. 9 seconds left. Purdy's going to look to throw. He's going to scramble away from some pressure. Going to throw this ball out, and it is going to be caught by Kittle. Are they calling this inbounds? I think they are. That's a really good catch. Gives you enough time to kick a hell of a long field goal. Just outside of Pinero's range from what ESPN was saying it was, at least. I don't think that's a catch, though. His feet were off the ground. Yeah, no, they're not going to call that a catch. And they're calling that incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 1. His body was taking him out of bounds a little bit too soon. I'm surprised Kyle Shanahan's not pissed off, like yelling at everybody on the sideline after this horrible offensive first half. But the Panthers, I guess, are playing bad enough that he feels like they still got the win under wraps. Let's take a look here at our polling in the game. Panthers 43% chance from what people think to win, and 49ers 57 with 7 votes. Thank you guys for voting. 3 seconds left in the half. We have as many INTs as we have points. Yeah, your defense has really been bailing out the offense quite a bit in this game, and they only have 3 points to show for it. Really sorry to hear that, my dude. Hopefully they'll play better in the second half. Bryce Young is playing a little bit scared right now, it looks like. He's afraid to throw the ball downfield. Like every single pass is just straight to the running back. He does a screen pass every single time. But hey, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I can't talk any crap to the Panthers this year, except for the fact that we did beat you guys in week 2, but you guys have 6 wins and we have 3. So how to wear your defense out before the half 101. Yeah, they're probably getting a little tired. But, getting all those turnovers has helped out quite a bit because Brock Purdy's throwing it right back to them. And that pass was completed, but we're going to halftime here. They weren't able to get down in time to call the final timeout. So it's going to be a 10-3 score at half. This is going to be a good game, I feel like. I really do. I feel like the game's going to be closer in the second half. We're going to go ahead and go to our halftime show now. We got 20 minutes, and we're going to break down all the stats and everything everyone needs to know for you guys if you're not watching this after the live. We usually get a lot more viewers for Cardinals games, but I totally understand if you're hanging out here right now. Appreciate the like. Got 1 like now. Big thank you for you. Goal is 5 for the day. Totally free. I don't run ads on this stuff. We're just hanging out watching the game. Just hit 200 subs on the channel today, so big thank you to everyone for that. If you're watching this after the live, we're now going to break down halftime, break down the stats, and then we will head back to the stream to read any comments we may have at that point. All right, Bryce Young in the first half. Let's just refresh just to make sure we got everything fully set up. Bryce Young with an atrocious first half. It looked like he was playing scared. Just mentioned this. 6 of 10, 28 yards and an interception. I mean, this is bad. Really bad half for him. Brock Purdy threw for 114 yards, 14 for 23 on his completions, so that's not great either. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Honestly, he may have more passing yards and he may have a better completion. I mean, the completion percentage for Bryce Young is better. But Purdy has completed 14 passes compared to the 6 passes, and he's gone for a lot more yards and the touchdown. But I'd have to argue here that Brock Purdy has had an equally bad half as Bryce Young, even though he has a lot more stats in the first half, because Brock Purdy's thrown 3 interceptions. And those interceptions weren't even like the receiver's fault. Those were blatantly Brock Purdy's fault. Really bad throws by Brock Purdy on those. Let's take a look at the rushing yards, though. Christian McCaffrey has been heavily involved. He's been touching the ball almost on every single play. He has 12 carries for 43 yards. So he's on pace to still have a pretty solid day, even if he doesn't get a touchdown. Rico Dowdle only has 4 carries for 19 yards. They really need to get the running game going more because Bryce Young may not be the guy to take them to victory in today's game. The leading receiver for the Panthers is Jimmy Horn with 11 yards. That's all he has. 11 yards, 1 catch, and George Kittle, 3 receptions for 45 yards. The scoring summary, first quarter, Brock Purdy had that touchdown to Jawan Jennings for 12 yards that got the 49ers off to a 7-0 lead. In the second quarter, Fitzgerald nailed a 25-yard field goal attempt after the Panthers could not capitalize on that 3rd interception. And then the field goal by Marvin Gaye. I thought it was Pinheiro. I guess they have Marvin Gaye now. What happened to Pinheiro? He's the reason that the Cardinals lost 2 games to them this year. He's not the only reason. I mean, that second game was a blowout, but Pinheiro's a good kicker. Why would they drop his ass? I don't know. Marvin Gaye 47-yard field goal attempt was good, and that knocked it to the 10-3 score you see here. Total yards for the first half for the 49ers, 180 versus 72. The Panthers only had 72. Passing yards, 114 for the 49ers, and 28 lowly passing yards for the Panthers. Rushing yards, 66 for the Niners, 44 for the Panthers. Yards per play, 4.6 for the Niners and 3.8 for the Panthers. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats for the teams. Panthers obviously getting blown out on the first down side of things. 13 first downs for the Niners and 3 for the Panthers. Third down efficiency is another thing that the Niners have been doing a lot better than the Panthers in this game. The Niners are 4 for 7. The Panthers are 1 of 5. Fourth down efficiency, the Niners are 1 of 1 on 4th down, and the Panthers have not gone for it on 4th down yet. The Niners have also held the ball a lot longer than the Panthers have in this game. They've been moving the ball much more effectively. They drained nearly, I think, they had the ball for 19 minutes, so they had the ball for 66% or 2/3 of the first half, whereas the Panthers only had it for 10 minutes and 53 seconds. Total plays. The 49ers have 39 total plays, whereas the Panthers only have 19. 20 more plays for the 49ers. Of course, 3 interceptions thrown, so the Panthers are winning the turnover battle. 2 penalties for the Panthers. We haven't had many penalties in this game at all. Just 2 for the Panthers for 20 yards. No penalties at all for the 49ers. Really clean game. Imagine if they can keep that up. That'd be pretty cool. No penalties at all. Man, my Cardinals had 17 penalties last week for like 130 yards. It was the record for the franchise. 13 tackles for the Niners, 16 tackles for the Panthers, and one on one. They're both 1 of 1 on field goals, each team. The Panthers are 0-2 on their red zone makes versus attempts. They have not been able to get a touchdown. The Niners punched it in the one time they made it to the red zone today. Hopping into some player stats while we're still at halftime. We have 8 minutes until kickoff in the second half. The leading receipt, let's just go through. Let's start from the top. Bryce Young, 6 of 10 for 28 yards, 1 INT. His passer rating's a lowly 25 yards. He's making JJ McCarthy feel a little bit better about himself right now. Rico Dowdle, 4 carries for 19 yards. His long was an 8-yard rush, and he's averaging 4.8 yards a carry, but it is unacceptable that he only has 4 carries so far. That guy needs to be getting more involved in the offense. These play calls have not been good. Don't know who's making the play calls for the Panthers, but that has not been good. Bryce Young, 3 rushes for 13 yards, average 4.3 yards per carry. His long is 7 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 2 carries for 12 yards. And obviously, that's an average of 6 per carry. And his long was a 10-yard rush. Receiving, Jimmy Horn Jr. is the leading receiver for the Panthers with 1 catch for 11 yards. Titaroa McMillan. I just said Titaroa. Sorry about that, Titaroa. His name is Tetaroa, not Titaroa, everybody. Tetaroa McMillan and 1 catch for 6 yards. He's got 2 targets, and that's all he's got. He's on my fantasy team, and he's got 1.6 points right now. I need more than that. I mean, I'm already probably going to lose, but let's make it more respectable. Sanders has 1 catch for 6 yards. Coker, 1 catch for 5 yards. Rico Dowdle, 1 catch for 3 yards. And Chuba Hubbard, a catch for -3 yards. So he went 3 yards backwards. On the defensive side of things, let's see. Do we have no sacks for the Panthers? No sacks, but let's point out and give a little bit of praise to the two guys who got the interceptions. Mike Jackson, number 2 for the Panthers, had an interception, and J.C. Horn, 2 interceptions today and an assisted tackle. Great game for him. And we'll hop back in. Check out the poll and see how we're doing, and take a drink of my Gatorade because my voice is high. Brock Purdy went 14 of 23 for 114 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 freaking interceptions. They were all ugly too. Passer rating of 48.4. So the combined passer rating for both of these quarterbacks in this game is, let's see, 73.4. So together, they are still playing below average if you combine their total passer rating. Christian McCaffrey, 12 carries for 43 yards. That's an average of only 3.6, but his long was 8 yards. Brock Purdy has 2 rushes for 12 yards. Brian Robinson has 2 rushes for 11 yards. George Kittle, 3 receptions for 45 yards. This looks more like an actual football game. Christian McCaffrey, 5 catches for 40 yards. Juwan Jennings, 2 catches for 16 yards and a tutty. Ricky Pearsall, 2 catches for 6 yards. Brian Robinson, 1 for 4 yards. And Luke Farrell, the other tight end, 1 catch for 3 yards. On the other side of things, no sacks for the Niners either, as long as these stats are correct. And 1 interception by Jair Brown. I think it's Jair Brown. I think I pronounced it right. I'm going to go ahead and say that I did that correctly. All right, that is your first half stats for the game. I pretty much nailed every single stat. I don't think there's any other stat you need to know other than what we got right there. All right, no more comments right now, but we do have 8 votes on who is going to win tonight. Panthers are at 38%. They had the first 2 votes of the stream, but then the 49ers have started getting a lot more votes now, up to 62% on who went through all of the stats that you needed to know for halftime. And now, hop back into the stream and just hang out for a few minutes. We got about 3 minutes until I think we're going to get the kickoff for the second half. And then we will do the play-by-play for the second half, just like we did for the first half. But really hope everyone's having a good day. What on earth are you guys going to eat for Thanksgiving is what I want to know in the comments. But we got another comment. Let's check it out. Do you think Larry Fitzgerald should be Hall of Fame? There's always next season a lot of changing. Yes, I absolutely think Larry Fitzgerald should be Hall of Fame. I think Larry Fitzgerald is a top 5 receiver all time. And honestly, the biggest stat for that I can say pretty much immediately is he had more tackles in his NFL career than he had drops. And he was a wide receiver. You know, nowadays, that's almost uncalled for. Tetaroa McMillan in this game has 1 drop already. Larry Fitzgerald had more tackles than drops in his entire career. And I think that that alone is something that for how long of a career he had, he just did not ever drop the football, and that should put him in the Hall of Fame alone right there. Let's see, can I like your comment? It doesn't let me just like comments and stuff. Wow. Oh well. Anyway, that is what I think about the Larry Fitzgerald situation. He absolutely should be in the Hall of Fame. He will be eventually. He's one of the best receivers of all time. Absolutely up there. I'm a little biased, obviously, but I wish that Kyler Murray hadn't scared him off. Kyler Murray got there his rookie season, had this big bravado and this big ego. And I saw a few times on the field that he was kind of yelling at Larry, trying to tell him what to do. Larry, and he wouldn't listen to any mentoring that Larry was trying to give him. And you could tell Larry was like, you know what? I think I'm a head out. I'm not interested in another rebuild. I'm getting old. I don't have time for this crap anymore. Um, but anyways, thank you to the three of you hanging out with us right now. Got 2 likes in the stream. Big appreciation to you guys on that one. If you look at the comments here, my Cardinals fans during the Jaguars game video just dropped like an hour ago. Go check that one out. It's part of my funny series of videos I have of the Cardinals fans' pain and suffering this season. And then hop back over here once you've checked it out and watch the rest of the half with me. But you got like 2 minutes before we're going to get back from commercial break, it looks like. Long ass commercial break. So, but yeah, feel free to hang out as well because there's no ads on here. I'm not charging you money. I'm not gonna inundate you with a bunch of ads. We're just hanging out. This is a free stream, and the only thing I ask for is a like on the stream so that it can get shown to more people, and more people can come hang out with us, and I can get closer and closer to my goals on this channel. So big thank you to everybody. We hit 200 subs today, so that's a big milestone. Really happy about that. 200 subs is a big deal. Next goal is 250. And then hopefully we'll get up to 300 pretty quickly. But tomorrow I will have my Cardinals post-game recap for anybody interested in checking that one out. If you're watching this after the live or if you're watching this currently with me, yeah, we're going to it looks like we're coming back from commercial break. But yeah, we're going to drop that one as well so that you guys can come hang out with me and watch that video. Let me know what you think about how the Cardinals are doing this season. It is not a good season at all. Unfortunately, we've been saying that more times than not over the past couple decades. But let's turn the sound back up on my game. There we go. We're coming back out of halftime. Halftime, my least favorite part of the game. The Panthers, considering how sloppy that first half was, they are still very much in this game. They just got to get their heads out of their asses. They got to figure something out, get their heads out of their butts, and go ahead and get a touchdown, tie this game. All of a sudden, it's a whole new game. Your offense has looked very sluggish and bad the whole game. We got to figure this out, Panthers fans. But yep, we are hopping back into the half. Here we go. We're getting ready for the kickoff. And it looks like the Panthers are getting the ball to start the second half. Here you go. Good drive right here. You tie the game up, and we have a whole new ball game. The kick is off. It is going to be caught at the 1-yard line. He's going to carry this one to the 20, the 25. He's going to run into a bunch of people. He's going to fumble that football, and he's going to fall on it at the 26-yard line. My goodness. I said sloppy turnover first half. We almost had a sloppy turnover right there as well. Little bit of a bad start for the Panthers to start the first half, but they're going to get the ball at the 26 to start. Let's see if they can get any sort of momentum on the offensive side of the ball. Looks like they're going to hand this one off on the 27-yard line. Tosses out to, looks like Dowdle, who's going to spin out of a tackle. He's going to gain a lot of yards on this one. Looks like about 20 yards. This is why they need to get him more involved. He is their most explosive player this season. They have got to get him involved. He's got to be involved in this offense pretty much at all times. First and 10 for the Panthers. We're going to a commercial break. Oh, Lord of mercy. 2-minute commercial break. I'm not sure if there was a timeout or what happened there, but we are headed to the break for 2 more minutes. Man, what has it been with primetime games and all these games being so freaking slow this year? Another commercial break, injuries, low scoring primetime games that have just not been very good this year. We have a minute and a half left on our commercial break, so you're missing nothing if you are on this stream right now. But that's why we're not doing play by play at the moment. We are on commercial break. Thank you for tuning in, though, whether you're here live or not live. Feel free to vote in the poll before you head out. Or if you've already voted, thank you. And thank you to those of you who have commented. That's really cool. Get some action in the comment section a little bit. Almost back from commercial break. Looks like about 25 seconds left. Then we'll get back to the play by play. Feel free to comment how you're feeling about this game. More comments and more likes get this to show to more people so we can get more people to come hang out with us because Tom Grassi is taking all the people. They got like 5,000 people over there right now at least. Let's take a look at who they got. All the stuff they got going on. I mean, he's been doing this for years, obviously, like over a decade. I've been doing it for 3 months, but still, let's see how many views he's got right now. 5.4 thousand people watching his stream. Damn, that's crazy. I'd have a panic attack if I had that many people in my stream. We are back. Let's take a look at what's happening in this game. Bryce Young a little bit behind the center with Dowdle behind him. This looks like it should be a handoff, though. I mean, I don't see why you don't just hand it off again after that 20-yard rip Dowdle did. Dowdle did. Say that 10 times fast. Young is going to roll out to the left. He's going to run this ball himself. He's going to get about 6 or 7 yards, but we do have laundry on the field. That has not been said much tonight, but that ball may be coming back on a holding call. Pretty sure that might have been a holding call. It was holding. It's going to go back 10 yards, and that's going to be a derailer immediately for the Panthers' first drive of the second half. All right, let's see if they can bail themselves out of this. This is a bit of a tough situation. Peyton Manning's got some pretty sick cleats for My Cleats, My Cause, or My Cause, My Cleats, whatever it's called. He's obviously not playing, but they just showed the cleats he's giving. I'm still on the Manning cast right now. Rico Dowdle's going to carry this one on 1st and 20 for just about a yard. Not great. It's going to be 2nd and long for the Panthers. Oh, now they're showing Eli Manning's My Cause, My Cleats. Both of these cleats are pretty cool. I'm into the really colorful shoes. They are pink and yellow and orange. So, yep, pretty sick. She drew those cleats. That's so cool. Give it to a kid with cancer. She drew the cleats and then they made the cleat and gave it to that kid. That's really cool. I have a soft spot for kids with special needs and kids with bad things going on with them. Dowdle's I think that was a catch. I think that might be a catch for more than nothing today for Bryce Young. And it's going to be 3rd and short here for the Panthers. Let's see if they can get this. Getting kind of loud, and he's having to put his hands on his ears right now trying to make the play call. 3rd and 7, so it's not 3rd and short, but he did gain about 12 yards on the last play. Help them get a little closer, make this more manageable on third down. Let's see what is going to happen here. Got a man in motion. Young looking to take the snap. He's got it. He's going to throw the ball, and it is going to be incomplete. McMillan was the intended receiver, and I'm not sure how he didn't catch it. Let's take a look at the replay. See if they're going to show the replay here real quick. Yeah, just a simple slant, a little bit of tugging. That ball hit McMillan in the ankle, though, so kind of hard to catch. Dang, Panthers can't get anything going tonight. The Panthers are really struggling. Take a look at our stats. See if there was a pass completed. The punt is off. It is going to get bouncing into the end zone. That is going to be a touchback for the Niners. Now Bryce Young has a whole 40 yards passing, and his rating has gone from 25 to 29.9. How exciting for him. We're about to head into a commercial break because of the change of possession. Of course, we will not head into a commercial break because our stream is free. We're free. We're on commercial break, but this stream is free for all of y'all guys. Come hang out, watch the game. We have gained 1 subscriber today, 7 yesterday to get us to 200. And hopefully this video about the Jaguars game for the Cardinals and the Jaguars game will end up doing really well, and we'll get a few more subs from that as well. The Seahawks one got 11,000 views. Pretty insane. That was pretty great. Man, I need to change the poll, though. Maybe I'll give it a little longer. We have 8 votes in it right now. See if it starts shifting. Looks like about 1 more minute on the commercial break. Yeah, so during my Cardinals live stream, we got up to 38 concurrent people at the same time watching the stream at one point. During that overtime portion, especially, had a ton of people watching the game. Got about 700 or 800 people who checked in, all told, the whole game. It might be a little different because we're in prime time right now, but only 176 people have come to hang out in this one. Maybe it's because it's not a Cardinals game and all my subscribers are Cardinals fans mostly so far. But yeah, so far not as much. I've also noticed that when I streamed the other primetime game that there were less views on that one as well. That's no big deal though. I'm not worried about it. Cardinals games are just my thing on this channel. We play the Buccaneers this week, and I'm not looking forward to that. That's all I'm going to say. Buccaneers are on a losing streak right now, but I feel like it is the perfect time for them to come smack us in the face and get back on track. We are the perfect team this year to get back on track against. Showing the Brock Purdy interceptions right now. These were ugly. That ball was behind the receiver on the first interception. Second interception just was underthrown. And the third interception, he just didn't see the corner running in from the left side. So, not really paying attention today, Brock Purdy. What are we doing, Brock? I've been blocking my scoreboard the whole time. Haven't really had to touch it the whole game. That's probably the main problem, though. First and 10 for the Niners. 32-yard line is where they have it. Purdy can't find anyone to throw to, so he'll just throw it to McCaffrey, who gets nothing. And McCaffrey looks a little slow to get up, but he's, pretty tough. I think he'll be fine. All right, 2nd and 9 for the Niners. They're taking a long time in between plays here. Is he sleeping? Is who sleeping? Am I sleeping? It looks like I'm sleeping a little bit. Taking a hell of a long time in between plays here. And I'm watching the Manning cast, so they keep showing Peyton Manning's highlights in between the plays. Nothing done there on 3rd down. Well, that was 2nd down. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5. See if the Panthers can get the ball back for their offense. Their defense has been playing pretty well today. Brady's going to take the snap, looking to throw. Going to complete this one for a 1st down to Kittle, and they just keep doing that all game long. They get the 1st down marker and then about another yard. Done it yet again. And that is another 1st down for the Niners, who are just going to take this slowly again. We have 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. That was Corn Cob. I've seen him in a couple other of my streams. He said, "Is he sleeping?" That's so funny. You're funny, Corn Cob. I'm dressing like a corn on the cob for Thanksgiving because my wife made me do it. Brock Purdy going to throw to Kittle on 1st and 10. This ball's going to go all the way down to midfield at the 50-yard line. We're going to have 2nd and short. And if this is, this is exactly what the Niners want to do. They want to just run this clock and go slowly, and they're going to keep doing that. Second and 4 for the 49ers. 3 likes. Big thank you for the 3rd like. We're two away from our goal for this stream. McCaffrey's going to get a 1st down with a 5-yard gain. And again, that's a whole nother minute drained off the 3rd quarter clock. They're just going to keep draining that time. They're in no hurry at all whatsoever. They're just going to keep doing this the whole time, it looks like. They have Colin Jost and Michael Shea from SNL on the Manning cast right now. Love those 2 guys. Those guys are hilarious. And I wish I had Jost's hair. He has really cool hair. Always looking really made up nice. I have to wear beanies because my hair is so messy. 1st and 10 for the Niners from the 45. They're just going to move as slowly as possible. It took them 30 seconds to run that play. It's going to be a toss play out to Robinson, it looks like. He's going to get about 8 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 now. And we're going to go down all the way to under 8 minutes left in the half. My goodness. We are 50-50 on the poll with 10 votes, Panthers and Niners, on who's going to win this game. I am shocked that there are 5 of you who think the Panthers are going to win. I'm more of on the side of the Niners. I think the Niners are going to win this game. 2nd and 2 for the Niners, especially after what they did to my team this year. Handoff to Robinson again. He's going to get just enough to barely get a 1st down again after fighting when he made contact for the 1st down. And that's another Niners 1st down. They are dominating the Panthers in the 1st down category today. 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey on the sideline after he got dinged up. He's kind of been standing over there for about 8 or so plays now. And he's stretching out his legs. His hamstring issues have been flaring up his whole career. Knowing the Niners, they'll say he's fine, and then he'll miss the rest of the season. Handoff again to Robinson. This one's going to go for only 1 yard, though. Robinson's been really underused this year. I know you have McCaffrey, but you need to mix in Robinson more if you're the 49ers. He's a pretty good running back. Not sure what they've been wasting their time with him. They went and traded for him just for no reason, it seems like. Not to really do anything with him. I don't care. I'm not rooting for either side in this game. I got a Baja Blast. We're having a great time on a Monday night. We've been streaming for an hour and 38 minutes. Having a good night. Oh, man. Just posted my Jaguars Cardinals fans reaction video. Came up at 6:15 my time, Mountain Time, hour and 45 minutes ago. We were on commercial break for 2 minutes, but no one's missing anything. This game has been slow. just like all the other primetime games as of late. Slow and boring. Let's hope that it picks up a little bit, though. We have had 183 people hop into the stream, so big thank you to everyone who's hopped in. Or if you're watching after the live as well, thank you for watching. We're on commercial break, though, so if you're after the live, just skip ahead a little bit. Really hope that the Panthers can score and make this a game, though. Really hope that we can make it interesting. I need to pin this comment of "Is he sleeping?" because that's hilarious to me. You think Larry Fitzgerald should be a Hall of Famer? That was a good question too. I won't pin it. I want everyone else to be able to see the comment I put at the top. Man, at the end of that Cardinals game, though, we had a ton of people watching. It was very fun. Hopefully, we can get back to that level, especially during playoff games, during Cardinals games for the rest of the year. Get back to that level, get a bunch of people in to come hang out in the stream. That would be absolutely amazing. Would love that. It's a lot more fun. It makes the awkward silences less during the advertisements, during the commercial breaks, because I can answer people's questions and comments during that time. Helps fill the space a little bit. Looks like we have about 30 more seconds on our ads that nobody wants to watch. I made a really goofy face on the thumbnail for the Jaguars game video, though. Really goofy face. It's something like this. That's the face on the thumbnail that I made. All right, we're back from commercial break. The Manning cast has Colin Jost and Michael Shea hanging out with them watching the game in the third quarter. But with how fast this third quarter is going, they're not going to be able to talk to them very long. Hand off to McCaffrey, who's back in the game. Looks like he's not hurt anymore. Going to get a couple yards, and we're going to have a medium third down for the Niners. And they're taking like 30 seconds off the clock every play they run. They are running this clock out. If you're hanging out here, be sure to vote in the poll on who you think is going to win the game. 3rd and 6 for the Niners with 6 minutes 20 left in the third quarter. Let's see if they can get something going here. Get some action in this game. We've been sleeping the whole game here. 3rd and 6. Brock Purdy's going to take the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to find a guy wide open. It's Jennings who's at the first down marker, and he's going to get a first down out to the 18, kind of the 19-ish. First down for the Niners. Man, we keep repeating this. First down for the Niners, and then it takes they're taking 30 seconds to snap each ball. They are not in a hurry tonight. And I guess given the way that the Panthers have been moving tonight and inept on offense, then it makes sense to move slowly because if you get a 2-possession lead, these Panthers who can't move the ball whatsoever are just how are they going to score any more points? They have to score. It's hard enough for them to score once, and you're asking them to score twice now if you score again. They're at least getting a field goal here, though, probably, which means we'll finally be able to move the scoreboard. Toss out to McCaffrey from the 19. He's going to get a good amount, probably about 7 yards here. It's going to be 2nd and 3 with 5 minutes left. We're going to tick underneath 5 minutes now, though. Probably. Oh, never mind. We're going to have an official's timeout for Thornton down on the field for the Panthers, and that'll probably take us to another commercial break if he ends up being down for a while. He's holding the front of his left leg, though. Not sure what that could be if you're holding the front end. Could be an ankle injury, but they're going to head to commercial break, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the stats right now. Let's hop over and see what the players are doing. Going to refresh it real quick. Bryce Young has whole 40 yards passing and a 29.9 passer rating. That's insane. They might have more tackles in this game than passing yards. Brock Purdy has 151 passing yards, a touchdown, 3 INTs, of course, but they have a chance now to add a second touchdown if they can punch it in after we come back from this injury break. George Kittle is leading in receiving with 5 catches for 59 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 7 catches for 53 yards. The Panthers, Rico Dowdle is now the leading receiver. He's passed Jimmy Horn Jr. with 2 catches for 15 yards, and Jimmy Horn has 1 for 11. Those are your stats right now. Panthers not able to do anything offensively at the moment. So let's see. We got about a minute 30 left on our commercial break. Then we'll get back to the play by play, see if any team wants to score any more points in today's game. But thank you to all of you watching right now and after the live has hit. We're trying to hit our goal, a little nice little modest goal of 5 likes in this stream. It's totally free. We have no mid-roll ads during the stream, so any like is appreciated on my new sports channel. So we can get more people in here maybe if this game gets closer by the end of the game. Man, those State Farm commercials are pretty funny this year. The one about the sea captain, and then there's like some sort of king or squire here. 30 seconds left. My timer says 30 seconds left. They're now advertising WWE. Let's hope that pay-per-view ends up being good on Saturday because, man, wrestling's been a little stale as of late. So hopefully they'll get a little bit more exciting with their shows. I was a wrestling fan when I was a kid, and then I took a break for a little bit because it got boring. And now, it's starting to get boring again. Been watching it for a couple years. But it looks like we'll finally get back to football. Showing some 49ers fans enjoying the game. I wonder if it's chilly in California. Out here in Denver, it is still pretty warm outside, which is odd for this time of year. 2nd and 3 for the Niners. Brock Purdy under center. Looks like this is definitely a running play. They're going to toss it out to McCaffrey again, and it's been unstoppable all day long, and it'll be unstoppable again. The Niners are going to get a touchdown on this play. Practically untouched goes Christian McCaffrey, and it is going to be a changing of the scoreboard, probably to 7. I'm just going to assume the field goal, the extra point will be made here. But the Niners are going to take a bigger lead. Where's my 7? Niners taking full control of this game now. It is 17-3 after the extra point here. It's going to be made, though. Marvin Gaye is a good kicker. Luckily for the Panthers, they scored, if anything, because now they won't tick off the rest of the third quarter clock. 17-3 for the Niners. There's only 4 minutes and 42 seconds left. Now that the score happened and the extra point went in, we get another commercial break. I know you guys are loving the commercial breaks. It definitely makes it harder for me to entertain during the commercial breaks, but maybe I could do a dance. Maybe I could do some sort of dance during the commercial break. Maybe that would be good. Let's ask the 8-ball some questions. Steve, will the 49ers pull this one out? They have a 17-3 lead, by the way. He doesn't have eyes, I have to tell him. Without a doubt. Okay, so he's pretty much calling the game for the 49ers. I thought the 49ers were going to win from the beginning. Have everybody know that. I don't know if Steve, in my video predictions video I made, I don't know if he picked the 49ers. I think we both picked the 49ers to win tonight. So we're both going to get that pick correct. I think we did good this year. All right, Steve. Please dance. That would be hilarious. You know what, dude? I don't know what kind of dance to do, though, I'm a millennial, so I got like the classic dab. We got the dabs, but is that a dance move? I don't know if that's a dance move. Really have no clue if that's a dance move, but I'll put a party reaction in there for that because I think that's pretty sick. My dance moves are pretty much the white guy sway back and forth kind of thing. That's like my only dance moves. It's like if I'm in a club or if I'm at a party in college, I was always just doing this thing. That was tough. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. That's what I'm all about, If you want some more, I'll give you some more. Oh, man. Looks like we have about 30 seconds left in this ad. So let's see. Steve, the 8-ball. Will Bryce Young pass for more than 75 yards today? Might be too specific for Steve to understand here. Cannot predict now. Well, obviously, we're still watching the game, Steve. What's the point of me asking you questions and you predicting the future? if you're going to give us these not answers. Steve, will Bryce Young throw for 70 or more passing yards? Going to make it easier for him. Oh, you may rely on it. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap if he does. Steve the 8 Ball's still working on his brain cells. Not too smart yet. We're gonna get him a little bit smarter. He's gonna figure it out as we go. I'm gonna put googly eyes on him right here just to make it hilarious, and a mustache right here. Gonna give him a whole personality on this channel. Okay, we're back from commercial break. Feel like that was entertaining enough. I mean, there's been a commercial break every freaking 2 or 3 minutes tonight. This has been crazy. 17-3 lead for the Niners. The kickoff is got. He's going to get down to the 33-yard line for the Panthers, the best field position that they've got all day. Steve is the best co-commentator. You know what? Steve, tell her what you think about that. You hear what he said? You might not have heard what he said. He said he tries. He's going to be involved in more of my videos as well. I'm going to try to give him a personality, maybe even a little fake tie. I'll glue it onto his little chest underneath the 8. He's going to have a whole, maybe I'll have my wife decorate Steve the 8 Ball so that he looks like a nice, maybe a little cowboy hat on top. All right, Bryce Young looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to avoid the pressure, rolling out to the left, going to throw off his back foot, and that is incomplete for Titaroa McMillan. They cannot get on the same page tonight. Nobody with Bryce Young can get on the same page. It seems like when he has a throw anytime in this game, it's pretty much destined to be incomplete, and his accuracy has been way off tonight. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Let's see if they can get a lick of anything going, or they're about to be 6-6. And then if they lose again, it'll be 6-7. I got the jokes. All right, Bryce Young in the gun. I think he has, is it Hubbard next to him? Yeah, it's Hubbard who's going to get the catch. Obviously, he's just checking down all night. He's checked down Bryce Young. Hubbard's going to get the first down, though. Great job. That's a gain of about 13 or 14 for a first down, and that is a great play for the Panthers because they have not gotten a first down, I think, in the entire half pretty much. If they do, it's been like 1 first down, and that's it. So let's see if we can maybe get something going. Let's make this game a little bit closer, get more friends in here to watch the stream with us, and we can have some chats with them. You think the Bengals will win out with Joe Burrow? Not with that defense. Not with that defense. I'd have to look at their schedule, though. We'll pop up their schedule here in a sec. Handoff on 1st and 10 is going to go for about 4 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and medium. Let's take a look at the Bengals schedule for the rest of the season. I'm going to go through all the Bengals games real quick. I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win and lose. Bengals Ravens, I think they lose. Bengals Bills, I think the Bengals lose. Bengals Ravens again. I'm gonna go Ravens on both of those games. Bengals Dolphins, I think they can win against the Dolphins, and I think they can win against the Browns, and then I think they're going to beat my Cardinals. And I don't know if you're a Cardinals fan, but I think they're going to beat the Cardinals. So that's 3 wins for them. Bryce Young's going to drop back to pass on 2nd and 6. He's going to complete it to Hubbard, who's going to get the first down. Just give it to Hubbard. He's apparently the only guy who's going to get them any forward momentum tonight. It's 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. A lot of threes. 3 on the scoreboard for the Panthers. They have the same amount of interceptions as they do points in this game. And we have a 1st and 10, though. So they're threatening. They may get more points right now. I will also answer you in the chat if you didn't see it. We are one measly like away from my goal of 5 likes in today's stream. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching this video, this live stream video. I'm used to only making videos. I'm not used to doing lives. Hubbard's going to get another screen pass. They're just going to keep running this until it's stopped, and it's not stopped again. 6-yard gain for the Panthers. You think you'll lose to the Cardinals? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? I don't know about that one, bro. I like how we're arguing about if our team is going to lose, and both of us think our team is going to lose. So we're over here having a debate on which one of our teams is going to do worse. I think the Bengals win 2 or 3 more games. I think the Cardinals could also win 2 or 3 more games. But yeah, no, I think with Joe Burrow, they have a better chance to beat us. So if he's back now, that's bad for us, especially if he gets going with Jamar Chase. Pass completed on 2nd and 4 for 5 yards. Looks like it was to Leggett for a first down. And the Panthers are actually getting some first downs. Finally, haven't been saying that at all today. Congrats, Sharky. You are the top fan now for this live stream with your comments. You have 75 XP. I don't even know what that's for. Oliver is in second place. He had a couple comments earlier. 1 minute left in the third quarter, and then we're going to sadly have another commercial break. So I hope that it goes to commercial break before they score so that we don't get a commercial break after the score and then another commercial break at the end of the third quarter. That would suck. Pass to nobody. Bryce Young's doing the Kyler Murray special right now. He's throwing this ball to nobody. That's the third or fourth time he's thrown a ball, and there's been no receiver even remotely in the area. Like he doesn't know what the play is or what the route is. All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal, Sharky. I'll give you one of the wins against the Bengals. Wait, you are a Bengals fan. I'll give you one of the wins against the Ravens. That's what I meant. I think the Ravens defense is pretty awful this year too. So I think the Ravens will win one. You guys will win one, and then you'll beat the Cardinals, possibly the Browns and the Dolphins, unless Shador ends up being the second coming. Touchdown to Titaroa McMillan. Big pass downfield, and that is a big time touchdown. They needed that one. He had 2 or 3 steps on his defender, and this game is now a little bit more interesting. I'm going to assume that the extra point will be made, but we're going to have a 17-10 score after that, making this game a lot closer, a little bit more exciting now. Heck yeah. No, but to answer your question, dude, yeah, I think that you could win 1, 2, 3. Technically, the Bills also play down to their competition, so I think you could win that one too. Technically, you could win all of these games. These are all winnable games. Depends on which Bills and Ravens you end up facing. So I think, the Dolphins, Browns, and Cardinals are the definite easier ones, and that's the last 3 games of the year for you guys. So you guys may end up screwing your draft position if you end up winning. So we'll see how that goes. There's a flag. Well, they're saying he's good on the extra point, but there is a flag. So all of the offensive players on the Panthers look like they're putting their helmets on. They want to go back out there right now. The refs are deliberating. Let's see what they say. Personal foul. Are they roughing the kicker? This ball's going to be right on the goal line. I think the Panthers are going to go for this. I'm not sure why they would do that, though. They're making this harder on themselves if they don't get it. It makes no sense. Okay, so the kicker coming off now. He almost missed the extra point. Jansen's a long snapper, and he has the captain's letter. Good for him. Don't see many long snappers with the C on their chest. I don't see anyone not putting up 40 against our defense. I think the Cardinals will put up about 28. That's what we've been kind of doing with Jacoby Brissett, and I think we're going to ride with him for the rest of the year. So I think we'll put up about anywhere from 22 to 30 points. It depends on what our defense does that game. Pass over the head on this 2-point conversion to Coker. And now you look like a total idiot for going for the 2-point conversion, because now it is an 8-point game and you've just made yourself have to go for the 2-point conversion now. So the Panthers are going to panther. Bad teams are going to do bad team things, and that is a bad team thing to do right there. It is now 17-9. You're making me have to change my board. Freaking Panthers. It's 9. It has to be this one, though. It's not 90. I promise you that. Does that look correct? I think I got it. 17-9. Panthers did a bad team move and went for a 2-point conversion for absolutely no freaking reason. And then, the whole point of it was that you're closer to the goal line. So why not run the football up the middle? I don't know. Run the football in some way. You got Dowdle. You've got Hubbard, who's having a good game. And instead they decide, go to Bryce Young, who is passing in this game for let's see how many yards now. Mr. Oh, well, 104 now. That's looking a lot better. But up until this drive, had 40 yards passing. Let's go to Bryce Young to try to get a 2-point conversion there. Will you live stream the game on Thursday? Who's playing Thursday? Let's look at NFL games and see who's playing Thursday. I work on Thursdays, so that's usually pretty tough. Thursday is Thanksgiving this week, though. I'm an idiot. Didn't realize it. Thursday is Thanksgiving this week. No, I'm going to be with my family on Thanksgiving on Thursday and not going to be streaming. I won't be streaming any of those games. But I'm going to stream. I'm going to try my best to stream all 6 of the remaining Cardinals games and to select like probably all the as many Monday night games as possible, just to kind of get a habit of doing it. That's a good game. Packers and Lions will be good. Chiefs and Cowboys might be good. I hope Bengals Ravens is good. We'll see. Wow. This guy doesn't like the Bengals. Kevin doesn't like the Bengals. The bubbling Bengals defense sucked their offense with a 40-year-old quarterback after this game. I'm going to watch movie The Replacement starring Joe Flacco. The NFL means not for long. Joe Flacco, though, is the opposite of not for long. He's been in the league for a long time. Hell of a long time. We have a new subscriber. Thank you to my 201st subscriber. Big appreciation to you, whoever you are. If you're watching this right now, thank you. You are the 201st person to subscribe to my Arizona Sports / NFL Sports channel. And we are on a commercial break at the moment still, but we are coming back from it. Pretty awesome. We're on a commercial break. We have 2 minutes on this commercial break, and then we will be back in the game. All right, look at our stats for the stream. 229 people have come to hang out. If this game ends up being a close one, we'll probably get a lot of people to come hang out with us at the end of this game. We have 3 total watch hours on it as well. That's pretty awesome. Thank you to everybody who's hanging out. We should adjust this poll question. I mean, it still kind of applies, but I could say who's going to pull out the win instead of who's going to win tonight. End poll. What should my poll question be? Ended up being more 49ers people on that one by like, I think it was 9-11 or something. Let's just do a yes or no question. Will the Panthers pull off the comeback? Let's go. All right. No one wants to hear about Opsilora. Sweet dude. I will be next thing I'll probably be streaming is the Sunday Cardinals game, which is at it is at 11 a.m. So I'll love to see you there. Oh, it's 11 a.m. Oh yeah, no worries, man. I'll always bring the great vibes. 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 Central is when I'll be streaming the Cardinals game. So bright and early for me on a Sunday. That's for sure. See you later, Sharky. We're almost back from commercial break here. Thanks to the others of you who are coming to hang out and watch the rest of the game with us. The Panthers just blew it big time by going for it with the 2-point conversion. They should have just made it a 7-point game, but here we are. Feel free to comment what your thoughts are on the game in the chat, and we will chat about it. 201 subscribers now, man. I am honored. Thank you to the 201st of you who decided to hop in and become part of the Askew crew. I'm going to try to rock with that and see how long it goes. McCaffrey with a big run to start the Niners drive, and he's going to immediately He's saying he's down by contact. Looked like he fumbled, but that's going to be the ball at the 45 on the side of the Panthers side of the field. We have just started the fourth quarter, and it's going to be a big 1st and 10. That this might be the game sealing drive for the Niners here. And yep, he is down. It looks like his forearm and elbow are down there. 17-9. I mean, so the Panthers already failed on a 2-point conversion, right? Now they're going to have to score again, and they're going to be forced this time to go for 2 points, and you've already failed on one of them. So you just made the chance of winning just impossible for your team almost. Kittle's going to make this catch. He's going to go for 15 all the way down. He fell for 5 yards. That's a 20-yard gain for Kittle. The defense is finally getting tired for the Panthers right now. Even though all these plays are pretty simple, they're going straight out flat to the right, straight out flat to the left. Really not much happening for the Panthers defense right now. They got the 3 picks earlier, and then the Panthers offense only was able to score 3 points off of it. That looks like they're finally getting tired. Time is a ticking in the fourth quarter. Thank you for watching the stream with me, hanging out with me watching the game. Really appreciate it. Comment your thoughts on the game and feel free to vote on the poll. It looks like one of you think the Panthers are going to pull off a comeback. Maybe you have an idea of what Vegas is doing. Maybe there's some sort of is in the game script. What's going to happen? 13 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard carry. Go ahead and see who's going to win this game. We're going to find out here shortly. It's not looking good for the Panthers right now with their 9 points, though. We have just gone under the 13-minute mark. All right, they're in the shotgun. Let's see what Purdy's going to do. He's going to look to throw. He's going to throw it. It's going to be completed. That is Jennings, who's going to almost get to the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and 2. They're going to definitely take this down to the 12-minute mark now. They're going to move slowly. They've got the lead. They know they're probably going to go up 2 possessions here. And now if you go up, I mean, the Panthers just should have totally taken the extra point. They said it was good, even though it looked like it missed. That would have been 17-10. And that's a big deal. You can't make decisions like that. There was no need to go for a 2-point conversion there. I mean, for sure, you score again, you make the extra point, you win the game. But why? It's just not smart. Not smart football. As the Niners are going to get another first down just barely, like they've been doing all game long. Under the 12-minute mark now. That was like a 4-yard quarterback sneak again. That is, they're able to go so far on the quarterback sneaks. I have no idea how that's possible. Absolutely wild, dude. 11. Every single play is going to take 30 seconds. So now you, at minimum, are taking 2 more minutes off the clock. We're going to be at 9:30. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left at the minimum if they don't get the first down. And that first play is a handoff to McCaffrey. Luckily, finally, someone broke through the offensive line to make the tackle in the backfield. That's a loss of 2 or 3 on the play. $11 minutes left. By the time they snap this, though, we're going to be looking at about 10 minutes and 45 seconds left. For as far as primetime games go, for my first primetime game to stream the full game of, which this is ever, this game has been very slow. Not too exciting. McCaffrey's going to lose 4 yards on a screen pass. Great tackling by the Panthers D all of a sudden, and we have a long 3rd down coming up. They're going to try to force the field goal here. You can tell Purdy is just like Young in this game. He's not really wanting to throw the ball downfield. He seems like he's a little bit nervous because he's thrown all those picks in this game. 3rd and 18. This ball will be snapped right around 10 minutes left. All right, one more big play for the Panthers is a big deal, especially if we go backwards again on this play. They're going to hand it off to Robinson, who's going to gain a good amount of yards all the way down to 11. They're going to have it set the 11 for an easy chip shot field goal, making it 20-9. And this is how the Niners have been winning all year. They're just figuring out how to get enough points to get the win. I mean, that is probably pretty obvious. Probably pretty obvious. But this game has definitely not been very much in the excitement category. But it has still been fun doing this with you guys and streaming it. And we're going to be here for the next 9 minutes of game time. And then we'll be heading out for the night. Kick is up and is right down the middle. Would have nailed a string in the center of the upright. It is 20-9 now. We adjust our score. And the Panthers are pretty screwed at the moment unless they get two really amazing offensive drives here. So we will head to commercial break. It'd be about 2 minutes long. Take a look at an update on our stats. Let's go ahead and refresh it real quick. Bryce Young is 12 of 19 for 104 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His rating has gone way up from 25 to 73.1. Rico Dowdle has 6 carries. Again, you're blowing my mind, Panthers. You only gave him 4 carries in the first half. He now has just 2 carries in the second half. 6 carries total for 38 yards on the game. His long was 17 yards. That happened in this half. Chuba Hubbard has only 3 carries for 16 yards. McMillan is now the leading receiver with 2 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown. That 29-yard touchdown reception was his long. And so that's 5.5. Still not very many fantasy points. I needed a lot more from him tonight than that. On the Niners side, we have another mediocre quarterback performance. 23 of 32, Brock Purdy. He's been more efficient. He's got 179 passing yards, 1 touchdown, but 3 bad interceptions, and his passer rating's actually worse than Bryce Young's. 56. 56. All right, it shows me that we have 40 seconds left on the commercial break, and then we will be back with more. See if the Panthers can respond. I mean, they can still make it a game. This game is not over yet, but it is looking kind of out of reach for the Panthers right now. They're going to have to move the ball quickly downfield, and a touchdown would be preferable. And then now you're going to have to go for 2 again because you've done that to yourself. You've done it to yourself. Now you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to go and get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Because if they get the touchdown and the extra point, they're still down 4. So they must not like their kicker. All right, we are coming out of the commercial break. I'm in the Manning cast, so they always have these extra things going on instead of showing the football game as much. 9 minutes and 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The play clock is ticking down, and we are about to have our first our kickoff, I believe. They're not showing the kickoff again. I feel like they keep doing this on the Manning cast. Next Monday when I watch the game, I will definitely fix that. I'm just going to watch the regular stream. I usually like watching the Manning cast more because it's more chill, but Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are showing at least the kickoffs too. Apparently this ball just went straight out of the back of the end zone though, because no time ticked off the game clock. So 9 minutes, 21 seconds for Bryce Young and the Panthers. They need to score quickly. Let's see what they can do here. See if they can get it done, guys. Leave a comment if you think they will get it done, or vote in the poll if you think they'll complete a comeback here. It'd be pretty crazy if they did. They've got to get something going. McMillan, get to McMillan. 1st and 10 from the 35. A throw, open receiver, almost intercepted. If you get this ball over the defender and throw it, correctly, that ball would have been wide open for McMillan on that play. But that ball was way underthrown, almost immediately an interception. That would have been the 5th interception total of the game between these two quarterbacks, and that would have sealed the deal on the game. Just got to get that ball a little bit higher, a little bit further. McMillan's had a lot of targets in this game, but he cannot seem to get any catches. Only 2 today. Catch on this play by 18. Who is that? Coker? I believe that's Coker. Yeah, that's Coker. And they're going to get a first down. That was a pretty big gain on the play out to midfield. First and 10 for the Panthers. That was a big deal. They're going to keep throwing this ball. I mean, they've been moving so slow offensively, really haven't been able to get Bryce Young in a rhythm. They got to get him going. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Bryce Young still moving things around. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. He's going to get it off with 4 seconds. He's going to throw this ball quickly to Leggett, it looks like, who's going to just fall down for some reason instead of trying to pick up more yards. You need to get every yard you can get right now. You can't be wasting any time. 8 minutes and 17 seconds left on the game clock. They're showing some Jake Delhomme highlights. I remember Jake Delhomme. He was pretty good for the Panthers. They have Jake Delhomme hanging out for the rest of the game, actually, on the Manning cast. That's why they're showing Jake Delhomme highlights. 7 minutes, 54 seconds left. Young's going to complete another pass. This one is out to Coker for a first down. 8-yard gain on the play. First and 10 Panthers. There you go. They're moving the ball. Let's see what happens. Let's see. We don't know. Don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the Panthers will complete this comeback. We have one vote saying yes, they will complete the comeback. So 100% of people technically think that we will complete the comeback. 7:15 left. They got to be faster than they've been moving. 1 second. They snapped it with 1 second. Young swings away from the blind side rusher, and he's going to only get 1 yard and run out of bounds. Yeah, they can't waste that much time in between plays if they're going to come back in this game. Again, now there's only 7 minutes left. You've got to be moving faster now. You're in field goal range almost. Like you're right on the edge of field goal range, but you've got to be moving faster. You have 6:54, 6:53, 6:52, 2nd and 8 here. They've got to score quickly because your defense probably still needs another stop. You don't want to get in a position where you need to onside kick this football and force your defense to have to play like that. And he's taken up until 4 or 3 seconds are left on each play clock. He's got to go faster. And he throws an interception, and that's going to end the game. He throws an interception, guys. Bryce Young, 6 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock, and he just threw his second pick of the game. Rough game for quarterbacks. 2 interceptions for Bryce Young, 3 interceptions for Brock Purdy, and the Niners are definitely going to take this down to almost impossible territory for the Panthers to win. Ball overthrown for McMillan, just out of the reach of his diving grasp, right into the defender's loving arms. We are going to commercial break after the turnover. Probably be about a 2-minute commercial break. Let's take a look at the stats now in the game. Bryce Young, 15 of 24, 134 yards, 1 touchdown now, 2 picks, and a 56.6 passer rating. These primetime games have been really rough as of late. They've all been pretty hard to watch. Low scoring, bad quarterback play. Brock Purdy's got the 3 picks, 5 total interceptions, and I think a couple fumbles, 1 for each team, but I think they recovered their fumbles. Yeah, it's been a pretty rough game to watch, guys, but we've been doing it here the whole time. And we are happy that everyone came and hung out. We only have 252 views. Probably not going to go up. We're not going to get many more friends coming in to watch this stream tonight because this game is trash. That's all I got to say about that. It is pretty trash right now. That's what happens when get a couple teams, and I mean, I don't know. It just, I don't know. There's no way to explain it. These primetime games have just been awful. Like we can look at like the previous primetime games. Last night, Rams and Bucks was awful. The Rams just dominated. Wasn't even close. Then the Texans-Bills Thursday game was decent. That was a pretty good game. Pretty close. I can't really talk crap about that game. Raiders Cowboys on Monday last week was pretty dull. Cowboys pretty much dominated that one. Eagles Lions last Sunday night was a low scoring, bad offensive game, but it was bad weather too. I mean, give them a little bit of a break. Then you had Jets and Patriots that the Jets never really threatened in that Thursday game. Monday night game 2 weeks ago, Eagles Packers 10-7 finish. And then the Sunday night game that week was 25-10 Chargers, another bad primetime game. And then that Thursday game from week 10 was Broncos Raiders 10-7. And then Monday Night Football 3 weeks ago, where the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. No big deal. I think that was the best primetime game we've had. That was the last good primetime game, other than the Thursday game between the Bills and the Texans. So, anyways, that's the update on that. We're back from commercial break. We only have 6 minutes, 27 seconds left, and the Niners are moving a man in motion, and they're going to hand this ball off to start the drive. McCaffrey's going to get 2 yards and then get nailed pretty hard. This is going to definitely take underneath 6 minutes now as we are draining down the game clock. Draining down to nothing. They're going to try their best to just end the game on this drive. And if I'm the Panthers defense, I've played hard all game. I've been doing a pretty good job, and I'm just tired at this point. I'm just gassed. You've been asking way too much of me in this game, and I've just pretty much had enough. Unless they get a defensive touchdown, this game is probably over. I know it's not over till it's over, but the way that they've been converting third downs in this game, it looks like it might be over. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left. Looks like Purdy was going to snap that ball a little bit late, and they're going to have to burn a timeout. Kyle Shanahan not happy there. That's the most angry I've seen Kyle Shanahan all night, and it's kind of funny. Kind of funny because the game is pretty much in wraps now. Which means if the Niners do win, they will be 8-4. The Panthers will be 6-6, and their playoff hopes will still be in the balance. It's not certain that they're going to make the playoffs, even though they've been playing really well this year compared to previous seasons. But for the 49ers, 8-4, you're right in the wild card picture. Hand off to McCaffrey. He's going to get nothing. They're going to drain down another, probably to about the 5-minute mark before they snap this time. We do have a third down. Maybe the Panthers will get another shot. Maybe they will get another shot. Third and 12, 5 minutes left in the game, and the ball is snapped. Purdy's looking to throw on 3rd and 12. He's going to get a completion. They're going to call him down inbounds. Nope, they're calling him out of bounds, actually. It's going to be 4 minutes, 52 seconds left on the clock. The ball is going to get punted back to the Panthers. Fourth and 4 was what they ended up calling it. We'll see how this punt goes. Got a second vote on it. Will our Panthers pull off the comeback? We got 2 yeses now. That's hilarious. I love the optimism in the people voting tonight, but I don't think the Panthers are going to get this done. This punt is up. It's going to get caught at the 30. And he is going to be able to get 6 yards back. So the Panthers are going to get the ball with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left. We will finally not have a commercial break in between the ball switching hands. And right now you're wishing, if you're the Panthers, that you had gotten a field goal at least. With 4-4-4, 3 fours on the clock right now. See what the Panthers can do here. First and 10. There are 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9. I think that Bryce Young now really they need to be in the 4-minute offense and showing more urgency right now. Ball thrown way over Coker's head to the sideline. Gonna be second and 10 for the Panthers. Rough quarterback play right now, guys. George Kittle's frustrated on the sideline too. I don't know why they're so frustrated. This game's locked up. I know you want to be perfect and have a great game in all facets, but the coach and George Kittle looking upset on the sidelines after that one timeout they had to burn. Wait, they didn't. It was the Panthers, I guess, who did that. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bryce Young still taking his sweet time to snap the football. He's going to throw this ball to Dowdle. Dowdle's going to break the first tackle, get a first down, and he is at the 46-yard line. They got to move quickly. They got to get up to the line. They got to move a little bit faster, a little more urgency. You got 2 possessions you need to score. And you can't trust that your defense is going to get one more stop. I mean, especially if they only have like a 2-minute time limit to work with. Pass to Leggett to the sideline, quickly out of bounds as well. He's going to get that catch for about 14 yards. And they're moving the ball again. They just can't score in this game. Last 2 drives, they've been able to move the football. 4:08 on the clock. Let's see. They're in the shotgun. Let's see what they're going to do here. Bryce Young can go slow if the clock isn't ticking. That's fine. It's just if he needs to be going faster, if they complete something inbounds. Young's going to scramble out. He's going to throw the football. It is going to be caught by Leggett again. That's another roughly 14-yard gain, and we have a flag on the field. Not been many of those tonight either. Haven't been able to call many flags or guess what's going on with any of these flags very much tonight. Illegal touching. Illegal touching. Leggett went out of bounds and then came back inbounds and caught the football, and you can't do that. Yep, he went out of bounds right there, and then he comes back inbounds to catch the football, which is a flag. That is a penalty. Bad team football right here. Not sure why the Panthers playing so rough tonight. Can't get anything going. Finally get a good play offensively, and it ends up not going anywhere. It's going to be second and 10 now. Negates a good catch that would have put them inside the 30. Let's see if they can keep the offensive momentum going, though, and have that not derail it. Any small thing happening tonight has derailed the Panthers offensively. Young is going to look to throw, and he's going to get sacked down at the 50. This is going to make it incredibly hard for them to get a first down on this play. They're probably going to try their best to get enough yards to get a long field goal try, because this is going to be third and forever. Third in California. Three minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. We got another dang timeout, wasting people's time right now. We are still just hanging out here after the timeout. All right, third and 18, third and forever for the Panthers. Can they get some yardage here? They're probably going for it on fourth as well, obviously. Looking to throw. Going to go to Dowdle. Dowdle is going to get down to the 39. Do you think you kick a field goal here? Yeah, they're going to. Peyton Manning saying it. I agree. You got to go kick this ball very quickly, but we're not rushing at all. We're just taking our sweet time. We are at 3 minutes left in the game, and the Panthers don't seem urgent at all to snap this football. Okay, they are going to kick it. Let's see if he can nail this really long 57-yarder. The kick is up, and he's going to miss that. And that is, if the interception on the last drive for Bryce Young didn't end this game, that missed kick will definitely end the game right there. So Panthers just can't seem to get it done tonight. Been a really sloppy, bad game for them offensively. And the 49ers are going to win another game where they didn't do anything that was lights out, but they ended up scoring more than the other team, and that's the name of the game. Let me tell you, if there was just some efficiency, a little bit of execution by the Panthers tonight, like they showed on the last two drives, they might have had about 20 points as well, and we could have had ourselves a game. Yeah, there's only two timeouts for the Panthers now. I mean, you might get the ball back one more time. And the defense has done good enough all game long. That ball was deflected, it looks like, possibly. The the Panthers D played pretty good tonight. I don't think this is their fault at all. They played a really good game. You just can't be out there the whole game because your offense sucks and be able to win games. So they're probably not going to pull off this win tonight. They're going to tick this one down. Oh, the Panthers are going to use a timeout probably. I see 2:39 on the game clock, and it's not moving. Yep, there goes the second timeout for the Panthers. So they're going to use their timeouts before the 2-minute warning. Two minutes 41 left on the clock. All right, we're just going to run this ball, run the clock out, most likely. What the 49ers are thinking, trying to end the drive in the next five or so plays to end the game. Second 5, first down ends the game. The Panthers offense ended their own game today, but first down will end it legitimately. As McCaffrey's going to get 2 more yards, it's going to be third down here. This has been a snooze fest of a game, but I thank you guys for watching it with me. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours straight. After streaming yesterday, the Cardinals game got a lot more viewers in on that one, but that was a good game, unlike this one, even though the Cardinals blew it again. We've had 269 people overall join the stream tonight. Big thank you to everybody who watched. We had 3.6 watch hours. In the Cardinals game, we had like 33 watch hours, something crazy like that. A lot of people came in to hang out with us that game. 3rd and 3. This next snap will definitely take us to the 2-minute warning and one more commercial break before this game is over. I'm going to toss it around to Pearsall, who's going to try to get it. And he's going to be just short. It's going to be about 4th and inches. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. And I think that the 49ers are going to go for this and just end the game on a quarterback sneak or something. And then we'll get our kneel downs. They'll probably go to a commercial break because it's the obligatory 2-minute warning commercial break, though. Yeah, they're going to go to commercial break. It's going to be a 2-minute commercial break. And then we'll get the end of the game. It's been that kind of game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're at a commercial break right now. You're not missing anything, but if you were watching this game, you're not missing anything either because it has been a snooze fest. But yeah, we have 1 minute 40 seconds left in the commercial break. If they can get this quarterback sneak, they're going to kneel the ball and they're going to win the game. So it looks like the Panthers will not make the comeback tonight. I'm going to end the poll because that definitely didn't happen. But hey, it is what it is. So 1 minute left in the commercial break. And then we will get our little quick post game report that I will put together real fast, go through the stats at the end of the game, and just explain my thoughts on the game for about 5 minutes. And then I will turn off the stream for the night. So we'll probably get there pretty quickly, considering this game is going to be over very shortly, most likely. If you're watching this during the live or after the live, go check out my Cardinals fans during the Jaguars game video. Went up on my channel a couple hours ago. I think it's pretty funny, just like the other ones that I make. They're really the only really like fully funny, fully goofy videos I have on my channel. The other ones are a little bit more straight up sports video kind of thing. But if you enjoy a little bit more goofy stuff, you'll like those. All right, we are coming back from commercial break. Okay, 4th and 1. Let's see if the 49ers are going to get this done. They're in the looks like they're going to go to the fullback on a direct snap here. Purdy's in the backfield. Yeah, they're just going to sneak this one. Offensive line versus defensive line. They maybe were trying to make him jump there. Nobody snapped the football. And now the Niners are burning their second timeout. Maybe that was to try to make them jump. And now this one's going to be to win the game. I don't know what the point is. You got the game won. Just go win the game right now. Win the game. Get this thing over with. And they got the first down on a quarterback sneak. They should have done that the last time. They're just wasting our time at this point. But yeah, that's a quarterback sneak for a first down. And we will get our kneel downs now to end the game for the 49ers. All right, 1 minute 20. We're going to get 2 kneel downs, and this game will be wrapped up. Yikes, Panthers fans. Yikes. All right, that was not as exciting as I was hoping for my first primetime game to stream fully here this season on my new sports channel, but it was fun to stream it still. And the few people who came and hung out, really appreciate them coming in to hang out. The Panthers played horribly offensively, but their defense played pretty well. The Niners played efficiently offensively, but still had a lot of struggles and a lot of turnovers because of Brock Purdy throwing 3 interceptions. Their defense played phenomenal all game long. The Panthers couldn't figure them out. So, props also to the 49ers defense. It wasn't all on the Panthers offense for being awful today. The leading receivers in this game, leading receiver Rico Dowdle for the Panthers for 36 yards. George Kittle, the leading receiver for the Niners for 78 yards. Christian McCaffrey, leading rusher for the Niners with 89 yards and a tutty. Rico Dowdle only had 38 yards rushing, but was the leading rusher for the Panthers. Bryce Young went 18 of 29 for 169 yards, one touchdown, two INTs. Brock Purdy went 23 of 32, 193 yards, one touchdown, and three INTs. Another struggle bus primetime game, and was a real struggle for everyone involved. So, man, let me tell you, 20-9 is the final. The 49ers end up winning. Looked like someone wanted to fight. There's someone who's trying to fight right now at the end of this game. A 49er is really upset. It looks like it's actually Jawan Jennings. He's trying to get into a fight. It looks like they were throwing hands. This is the most exciting thing that's happened all game. Jawan Jennings trying to get into a fight with a Panther at the end of the game and getting pushed back by another Panther. And then he was trying to fight that Panther. So Jawan Jennings getting a little bit heated and begging to have a UFC match in the middle of the field, which honestly at this point of the game would have been more entertaining than the game we got to see. But hey, the 49ers end up winning 20-9. Christian McCaffrey had his hands on the ball a ton, and that's how this game is going to be done when it's all told. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes, but there is nothing else to stream or talk about tonight. I will be streaming the Cardinals game on Sunday at 11 Mountain Time, 12 Central, so come hang out with me while I watch them take on the Buccaneers and probably lose. Big appreciation to everyone who came in to the chat and left a comment today, who left a like on the video. We were just 1 like away from our 5 likes today, so that's totally fine. No big deal. 4 likes is still awesome. Big appreciation to all of you once again. And I will see everyone in the video I make tomorrow. Go check out my Cardinals fans during the Jaguars game video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.